Hi, everyone, and welcome to our podcast. I'm Rose.
And I'm William. Today, we're talking about a topic that everyone loves: food.
Yes, food is something we all need, but it's also something we enjoy. There's so much to say about food. We can talk about different cuisines, healthy eating, favorite dishes, and even how food connects people.
That's right, Rose. Food is not just about eating. It's about culture, tradition, and even memories. For example, I always remember the smell of fresh bread from my grandmother's kitchen.
Oh, that's lovely, William. Food really can bring back special memories. For me, it's the taste of my mom's homemade cookies. Every time I eat one, I feel like a kid again.
That's the magic of food. Now, let's talk about cuisines. There are so many different types of food around the world. Italian, Chinese, Mexican, Indian, the list goes on. Do you have a favorite cuisine, Rose?
I think I'd have to say Italian. I love pasta, pizza, and all those delicious sauces. What about you?
I'm a big fan of Mexican food. I love the spicy flavors and fresh ingredients like tomatoes, avocado, and cilantro. Tacos and burritos are my favorites.
Mexican food is amazing. It's so colorful and full of flavor. Speaking of food, let's talk about healthy eating. What do you think makes a meal healthy, William?
A healthy meal should have a good balance. You need some protein, like chicken or beans, some vegetables, and maybe a small portion of carbs, like rice or bread.
That's a great point. And don't forget about fruits. They're not just healthy, they're also sweet and delicious. A bowl of fruit salad can be a great snack or dessert.
Definitely. And water, drinking enough water every day is just as important as eating healthy food. Sometimes people forget how important it is to stay hydrated.
True, water is so good for your body. But let's not forget about treats. Everyone loves a little something sweet now and then. What's your favorite treat, William?
Oh, I love chocolate cake. It's rich, sweet, and so satisfying. What about you?
I'd say ice cream. There are so many flavors to choose from, and it's perfect on a hot day.
Ice cream is always a good idea. Speaking of treats, did you know that different countries have unique desserts? For example, France is famous for its pastries like croissants and macarons.
Yes, and Japan has mochi, a sweet rice cake that's so soft and chewy. It's fun to learn about these desserts and maybe even try to make them at home.
That's true. Cooking at home is a great way to explore different cuisines. It's also healthier because you can choose fresh ingredients and control how much sugar or salt you use.
Exactly. And cooking can be fun, especially if you do it with family or friends. Have you ever tried making a dish from another country, William?
Yes, I tried making Indian curry once. It was a bit spicy, but it turned out really good. How about you?
I tried making sushi. It was a bit tricky, but it was so fun to roll the rice and seaweed. The best part was eating it afterward.
That sounds delicious. Trying foods from other cultures is like traveling without leaving your home.
I agree. And food is such a great way to connect with people. Think about family dinners, holiday meals, or even picnics with friends. Food brings everyone together.
That's so true, and there's so much more to talk about. But let's continue this conversation in the next part.
So, William, we were talking about how food brings people together. I think one of the best examples of that is family meals. Sitting at the table, sharing stories, and enjoying good food, it's such a nice tradition.
Absolutely, Rose. Family meals are special. They're not just about eating, but also about spending time together. And it's not just families, friends also bond over food. Think about going out for dinner or having a barbecue.
Yes, food is always at the center of celebrations too. Birthdays, weddings, and holidays all have special dishes. For example, in the US, Thanksgiving is all about turkey, stuffing, and pumpkin pie.
That's a great example. And in other cultures, there are unique holiday foods. For instance, in China, people eat mooncakes during the Mid-Autumn Festival. They're sweet and have beautiful designs.
I love how food reflects culture and traditions. Even something as simple as bread can be so different around the world. In India, they have naan. In France, it's baguettes, and in Mexico, it's tortillas.
That's a great point, Rose. And speaking of simple foods, let's talk about street food. Street food is popular in so many places. It's quick, tasty, and often very affordable. Have you ever tried street food?
Yes, I tried tacos from a street vendor when I visited Mexico. They were so fresh and full of flavor. What about you, William?
I had pad thai from a food stall in Thailand. It was amazing, so many flavors in one dish. Street food really gives you a taste of the local culture.
Exactly. And it's not just about the taste, it's also about the experience. Watching the food being made in front of you is so exciting.
It really is. And let's not forget about comfort food. Everyone has that one dish that makes them feel happy and relaxed. What's your comfort food, Rose?
I'd say soup. A warm bowl of soup on a cold day is the best. How about you?
For me, it's mac and cheese. It's creamy, cheesy, and just so comforting. Comfort food is like a warm hug for your stomach.
That's a great way to describe it, William. And while we're talking about food, let's not forget about the importance of avoiding waste. Many people throw away food that could still be eaten.
That's a good point. We can all do small things to reduce food waste, like planning meals, storing food properly, and using leftovers.
Yes, and even simple ideas like freezing extra food or sharing with neighbors can make a difference. It's good for the planet and helps save money too.
Speaking of the planet, let's also talk about choosing sustainable food. For example, eating seasonal fruits and vegetables or buying from local farmers helps the environment.
That's so true. And it's also healthier because seasonal food is fresh and full of nutrients. Plus, it often tastes better.
Exactly. It's amazing how food connects to so many things: culture, health, the environment, and even emotions.
It really is. And that's why talking about food is so interesting. There's always more to learn, try, and share.
Absolutely, Rose. Food is a big part of our lives, and I hope our listeners have enjoyed this conversation as much as we have.
Me too. Thank you, everyone, for listening to this episode about food.
Yes, thank you so much. If you enjoyed this podcast, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and share it with your friends and family.
And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more episodes like this.
We hope to see you next time. Until then, enjoy your meals and keep learning English.
Goodbye, everyone.
Take care, everyone, and we'll see you in the next podcast. Goodbye for now.